Aloha, this is Veronica. Welcome back. Today we'll be focusing on stretches for better sleep. These can actually be done in your bed. It's really simple, very grounding and relaxing, and it's great to do right before bed. Let's get started. Get yourself nice and comfortable in a cross-legged position. Adjust your shoulders, maybe some neck stretches as well. Keep your spine nice and long. Close your eyes and let's focus full attention inwards. Start by noticing your breath, noticing your heartbeat, feeling and connecting to your body. Observing if there's any tension. If there is, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, direct that breath exactly to that space that feels a little tight, feels a little uncomfortable. For the next inhale, let's stretch the arms out over the head and then twist over to the right side. As you twist, you can use your right arm behind your back to support your spine, to keep that back nice and long. And then fully breathing into the belly. As you exhale, twist and overlooking that right shoulder. Pull further into a twist. Next breath in, let's center, stretch the arms up. As you breathe out, transitioning across to the opposite side. Same way, keeping the spine nice and long. Shoulders are relaxed. You can take a full breath in. Exhale, twist a little bit more, looking over the left shoulder this time. Stretching your arms up over the head again. As you exhale, let's lean over the legs. So we're not trying to stretch really far and long. We're actually trying to round the back and keep the spine as relaxed as possible. You can drop the elbows down or just let the elbows hover above the ground. Let the shoulders be heavy. Let your head relax. And breathe into the back of your heart space. Breath in, let's slowly start to walk the hands back and then untangling your legs, stretch them in front of you, give them a little bit of a relaxation, some swaying, rocking, and then we sit back in an easy pose, but make sure you switch your feet the other way around. Breath in, stretching your arms up over the head again. Let's twist to the left side. This time you can use your left arm, wrap it around your back, either rest it on the low back or you can try and reach out for the thigh or a piece of clothing. Make sure you're relaxing that left shoulder and really pulling it back and away from your ear. Breath in, stretching your arms up, coming through the center and with exhale transitioning to the opposite side. If you did your bind, make sure to do it on this side as well. Relax shoulders and of course don't forget to breathe. Next, inhale, let's stretch the arms up, full breath. As you exhale, you lean over your legs just the way we did previously, rounding that back and just letting your head hang, feeling and enjoying that release along your spine. Alright, breath in, let's slowly rise, stretch those legs out, give them a little bit of a break. And then keeping your legs fully extended in front of you. Try and flex your feet to point your toes up to the sky, placing your hands just along your hips. Keep that spine nice and engaged, creating almost like an L shape. Let's give it another deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the chin towards your chest, drop your head down, and curl over your thighs. We're not trying to reach forward, stretch forward. We're literally just sinking the spine above the hips. You can also use your arms, just placing them at the back of your head, adding a little bit extra weight to deepen a stretch. Make sure to drop your shoulders, drop your elbows, and relax here. Next inhale, let's stretch back upright, reaching the arms overhead, and this time we're aiming for a bit more of an active stretch, so reaching forward. Goal is to maintain the spine as long and extended as much as you can. You can get a hold of your feet, hold of your shins, your calves, whatever you can reach. Make sure to keep your legs fully extended and your feet flexed. Once the knees are bent, we're actually placing a lot of pressure onto tendons, and we don't want to do that. We want to focus on stretching the actual hamstrings, the muscles. So keeping the legs extended and lowering the upper body only to the position that feels slightly uncomfortable, but still good enough for us to breathe. All right. Inhale, let's slowly come out of this stretch. Let them relax for a moment, and then we are going to do a little bit of a stretch for the glute muscles. It's almost like a figure 4 stretch, or I would say a baby pigeon in a way. So we're going to place the right foot just below the left knee. Make sure your right foot is flexed, and then you can use your right arm to guide that right knee away from your body. You can push that knee as far as it feels nice. Remember, we're looking for some discomfort, but avoiding pain at all cost. Alright, let's switch to the other side so you can release your right foot down, repeating the same on your left, keeping that left foot flexed, place it just below your knee, and then maybe pushing the left knee away. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take another full breath in, full breath out. All right, inhale, let's slowly come out of this stretch, relaxing the legs briefly, and then swinging those legs around. Starting with our cat and cow movement. As you inhale, just gazing forward, rising your chin up, softening through the elbows, pulling the shoulders away from the ears and almost dragging them down the spine. Your belly should naturally drop as you do that, and then tailbone is sticking up. With an exhale, we're doing the exact opposite. So you press into the hands, deeply arch your back, pull your belly in, tailbone comes under, and head drops down. Next breath in, transitioning into a cow stretch, belly dropping, shoulders back. Exhale, round that spine, deep arch. Couple more, just like that, at your own pace, moving with the breath, synchronizing that movement. And eventually, let's press our way into a child's pose, opening those knees as wide as your mat, or even wider if that feels comfortable. Let your tailbone drop towards your heels. If it doesn't literally reach the heels, it's hovering a little above, that's totally fine. If there's a little bit of a gap between the ground and your forehead, you can place a little pillow, or you can actually use your arms by holding the opposite elbows and then resting your forehead on top of the forearms. All right, a few centering breaths in here. If your arms are fully stretched out, use them to create even more length along the back. Imagine you're walking your fingers towards the top of your mat. You can even engage the elbows and lift them off of the ground while you constantly keep pulling, actively keep pulling that tailbone towards your heels. Let's transition into our next pose. So we are slowly going to lower down. Make sure you're still comfortably on your mat. Placing your feet nice and flat. Not too far from you. You should be able to reach the heels, or just about to tickle the heels. Resting the arms along your body. To warm up, before our actual bridge pose, let's just tilt the tailbone down. So you're pressing the tailbone into the ground, and then you're pulling the tailbone in. So basically pushing it, rising it up towards the sky without lifting it off of the ground. So you're literally just pressing against and away from the ground. And then eventually, let's lift the hips all the way up. Notice if your knees separated as you lift those hips. That naturally happens if the muscles on the thighs are tight. So make sure to keep the knees about hip distance. Let's see if we can rise those hips a little bit higher as you breathe in. And then exhale, let's lower everything down to the ground and get ourselves into a happy baby. So you open your knees as wide out to the side as possible, reaching on the inside of your knees. either grabbing the shins, the ankles, or your toes. Make sure your feet are flat towards the sky and pulling those thighs down. Adding some rocking, a little gentle movement if that feels good. All right, releasing those feet back down. And let's make our way into another bridge pose. So pressing firmly into the soles of your feet, lifting those hips up. Check in with your knees as those hips rise. Nice and active bridge pose. Give it another deep breath in. As you exhale, lowering those hips down and transitioning to another happy baby. Rocking, swaying from side to side. Notice if your tailbone lifted off of the ground. See if you can press the tailbone back down. Deep breath out. See if you can give a bit more of a pull, a bit more of a squeeze to those legs. And then let's release them down. Alright, and then transitioning into a spinal twist. So let your arms extend along the shoulders, almost like a T shape. And then let's drop those knees over to the right side. Do not hover your legs up, let them rest down. Either the bottom leg, the knee, or the foot is resting. If not, you can always grab a pillow or something, slide it underneath your thighs, underneath your legs to provide a bit of extra support if needed. Let's give it one more deep breath in, deep breath out, and slowly rising those knees back up and transitioning them across your body to the opposite side. Once the legs are nice and comfortable, you're going to turn your head away from the knees. Flatten the shoulders, flatten the arms against the ground, soften into your spine, into your low back. Let go more and more in every following exhale. One more deep breath in as you are. Deep breath out. And then inhale, let's lift those legs, those knees back up. Maybe rock it out, sway it out. Maybe even hug your knees. And then you can fully extend your legs out in front of you. Make sure your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. You can even open and close your feet a few times just to make sure the hips really are relaxed. Arms should be along the side of your body. Not too close though, give them a little space. Palms facing up. Notice how nicely that opens your shoulders, and you can go as far as flattening those shoulder blades against the ground. And you can go as far as flattening those shoulder blades against the ground. Chin is slightly tucked in so that we're still maintaining that beautiful length along the back. And you let your whole body rest from your head to your toes, starting at the crown of your head. Just easing away any tension. Softening the space between your eyebrows, softening your eyelids, your temples, your cheek, and your jaw. Sometimes, well, most of the times, we tend to clench our jaw, so see if you can just wiggle the jaw out, maybe some movement side to side, just to make sure you're not clenching your teeth. And once that's nice and relaxed, moving down your neck into the shoulders. Letting the shoulders melt away, letting your arms melt away through the elbows, all the way down to your wrists and your fingers. And bringing the focus back into your chest and your belly. And I want you to pay attention to the rise. Pay attention to the rise of your chest and your belly as you breathe in. And then the fall of your exhale, the belly, the chest, softening back down. Notice how gentle and subtle that movement is. And just witness it for a little bit. See your body naturally breathing for you. There is no input, there's no effort you need to be putting in right now. You're just being and breathing. And let's move slowly down into the hips, letting your hips relax. Let them feel heavy. They should feel heavy. The hips carry a lot, not only in the physical aspect, but also emotionally. We tend to hide and store a lot of our feelings, emotions, and traumas into the hips. But in some ways, we can transition that heaviness into sensation of feeling grounded. So feel yourself being supported and grounded. Spreading those feelings and sensations down your legs, through your knees, your calves, all the way down to your ankles and your toes. Before you know it, your entire body is fully relaxed. There's no tension, there's no tightness. Fully at ease, fully relaxed. And that's a part of doing right now. This is what we're doing. And this is a part of doing right now. You're breathing, you're being, you're existing, enjoying this time of stillness, presence, and relaxation. As your body relaxes into this post-yoga slumber, little by little you're falling asleep, just drifting away, fully at ease, ready to enjoy a beautiful, restful night. Mahalo for joining me today. I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you again next time.